We have to educate people with love. We shouldn't go and hit someone just because we see that, you know, they're not listening to us, they're not listening to our advice. We have to educate the fool, yeah, not the fool inside of us. Everyone has a fool, a kasil, lave kasil it's called. Everyone has a left side of their heart. You got that, guys? Jeremy? You've got a left side of your heart, that's the one encouraging you to do all the crazy stuff. And you've got a right side of your heart, and they're at war with each other. Sometimes you've got to put the left side into place. You've got to put it in its place. You've got an ego, you've got an Yetzirah inside of you. It's not just, who is the I? Who is the I inside of all you guys? Who is it? Is it I, Hashem and spirituality, or is the I, you know, running after this, you know, fun world? There's a fool inside of us, the foolish king, that's the Yetzirah. It wants us to, it makes war on our body, and it wants us to be basically under his control and busy doing crazy stuff. And it's inside each of us, that's why you have to know who your enemy is. Like Rage Against the Machine used to say, yeah? Know your enemy. Yes, you can.
Who is the rabbi that stands up for everyone who comes in to see him?
Stands up what nowadays?
It's the rabbi, he used to not get up for people, like if they're whatever, you know, like what's the reason he said they came to see him. And then he had a dream and something told him, like an angel told him that Moshiach came to see him 3 times and he didn't stand up. And for that reason Moshiach was like whatever, not coming for longer. So now for everyone he stands up, even for like a 3-year-old
nowadays?
child. Yeah.
Good story.
So like, do you know who the rabbi is?
You have to find out for me, please. I haven't heard that story. But there is such a thing. For example, the Chazon Ish used to stand up for, you know, kids who I don't like using that word retarded, but kids who are Down syndrome. Yeah, it's even not such a nice name also. But bottom line, that kind of child he'd stand up for. Why? Because the story was they're very pure souls. They'd done what they had to do in previous lifetime, and now they just come back to allow other people to do kindness and there were options there to small.
Is that what he thinks they all
Yeah,
are?
they all are. So he'd stand up for them. He'd very much honour them. It's a holy souls.
I don't think that's it makes sense, but do you think God really, they finished their purpose in their soul, so God made them mentally disabled that they can't do anything anymore except walk around?
But they cause so much kindness for other people. The people who look after them have such become better people. I have a friend who grew up with someone like that, and they became a much better, holier person than most other people around because they're more refined, they're more sensitive, they're more giving.
It's not very fair to their soul.
Why? Their soul comes down and helps better the world.
Because they can't.
And they're doing some refined. No, but they don't have to. They already did. They're already at a complete level. They just need one tiny little more just to finish off the whole picture. So they just come down to someone that's not going to go do bad things. They can't do bad things. They're never going to be held accountable. They're never going to. So they can't mess up their journey here.
Yeah, but I think that's not fair to that person, though. Like, understandably, so their soul is finished what they did with that person that has that mentally disabled.
A person, what you're saying, arguing with all these things? No, Hashem knew exactly why. You know, how can I understand your wisdom, Hashem? You know, how am I? I don't even understand a little bit of Torah over here, Gemara. I can understand the wisdom of Hashem.
But it's also hard for like parents. It's hard for everyone.
No, but all those people end up becoming better people. I'm not wishing it upon myself, but they become kinder people. But they become truly better, more spiritual people, and the people who have it easy end up using all that free time to just. They miss the boat, brother. They just spend their time going to Las Vegas, and you know, I had a friend. I was asking for charity. Please help. And he tells me he just went to Las Vegas and lost loads of money. Yeah, I was like, for weeks I was asking him to donate. He didn't donate. Then he went to Las Vegas, blew his money. Oh, I would have donated, but it's too late now. I blew all my money. That money could have all gone to charity. That could have helped me. Yeah, keep my job. I keep my job. My family have food. I have to go run around. Instead, people are selfish. They just take care of themselves, and they go blow it on garbage, on the thing that's not even meaningful, purposeful, and it's just feeding some mafioso his money. So the world gets darker. Yeah. What? Las Vegas?
Yeah.
A lot of them are mafia. What are you talking about? A lot of people in the gambling world are mafia, for sure. It's mafia control.
Bookies are.
A lot of these guys are mafioso. They're all busy crime. And to run such a business itself darkens your soul. To run a world of gambling and making people addicted and end up in rehab and ruining people's marriages and lives, that it darkens your soul to take such money.
Is gambling against halacha?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, it actually is?
Yeah, of course it is.
Too bad.
What if it's like online fake gambling, like not with real money?
I'm sure there's different levels that are worse and better, you know? You have to ask your local Orthodox rabbi what the Gedorim are, where it stops being allowed and where it starts being allowed.
If it's fake money, is it allowed?
Yeah, it's probably okay.
I don't get why it's
The
illegal.
whole thing is stealing from someone, because you don't really want to lose your money, so you're being stolen from.
No, you're not. You're willingly gambling your
Also,
money away.
like for parents taking care of like such a child.
Yeah.
Yes, it could like some people become better people, but also like it could be so hard on them that they just like start doing other
Yeah,
things.
it could go
so,
the other
like,
way. They could,
Okay, that's the
like,
test. We're all tested in this world. And we'll have an opportunity to go
why?
above it or not. And we all have the opportunity to rise above it. And people that rise above it is worth everything else that goes wrong. It's worth it, because the people that rise above it make this world purposeful. The people that rise above all the darkness, that's the whole point. And then suddenly the whole world will become spiritual from those people. Ultimately, the light of Hanukkah goes everywhere. The light of see menorahs all worldwide. So ultimately, the good deeds, the good people that are in the world, their light would be so bright that everyone else would be lifted up by it, even the ones who weren't. And the ones who rejected it completely, that's their problem. They chose their destiny. We're choosing to be lit up by that light. We're choosing to spread positivity and good actions, good deeds, good being self-control. We're not allowing that side of our heart to take over our being. We're saying, no, I'm sorry, I'm a spiritual person, I'm not becoming negative.
Well, let's say like a parent becomes like depressed. Like nobody chooses to become depressed.
No, depression is something that, you know, is a sickness nowadays, and we all have to fight it big time, everyone. Doesn't matter what
Which
your
rabbi
situation
was
is.
the one that stood up for the disabled kids? Which
I don't
rabbi?
know. Oh, the Chazanish.
One of them?
So how did he know that their soul is?
He was God of the door. He was Host Gadol.
What if they were sent?
He
What
knew
if they were
deep
sent
down,
because
he knew
they were
all of
impure?
Torah, he knew everything.
What if they were
He
sent?
was able to advise medical people,
I'll
top
find
medical,
out
he was able
which
to
rabbi.
advise the army, he was able to advise everybody.
The speaker last night or 2 nights or whatever that was talking about him actually gave us a few stories about Chazanish.
Yeah.
Like his medical help and a lot of.
And it was all from the wisdom of Torah.
But what
And
if the
his
souls were
good
sent,
character
what if
traits,
sent back here as a punishment because they're bad?
So maybe because they're bad. There's no such thing as a intrinsically bad soul. No such thing. So it's
Right.
only for intrinsic improvement. So it's not like he's not sent here because he's bad. He's sent back here because he's intrinsically good and he ruined something in himself. And he has the opportunity to fix it up. It's not because of bad reasons. It's because intrinsically he's ultimately going to come out pure and clean. So all those 6 million Jews in the Holocaust, where they were good, not good, they all got purified as soon as they went up to Hashem. They all went up to the highest places in the world of truth. All those souls. Doesn't matter what they were. Bundist, socialist, anti-religion, it doesn't make a difference. It all went straight up. Because once you're killed in such a situation, it's like Hashem just caused 6 million Jews, or even more apparently they say, it was like up to 10 million. They all just went straight up to the highest worlds and the heavenly worlds. So down here it was Gehenna, but up there they went up and their souls were dancing.
What?
I'll find out which rabbi
please.
story that I was talking about. I find out more of the details.
Yeah, it's a great story.
What about meeting Nigga Meter? Like, what if one person like was really bad to somebody like that, and then sent him back here?
Really good, right?
How is that? Because he was bad.
So then what usually happens is that, say he loses his, they say the guy, he took money from another guy, a lot of money, he messed him up. So, for example, there's loads of stories of